supposed to buy the horse and lamb. Matilda, he take the money, run away. Who asked you to take Matilda into the room? Anyway, let's talk about the demonstration from yesterday, protecting the judiciary. First, let's listen to the minority leader, Alexander Kwame Apenyomaking, who is a member of parliament for the Eputu area. Let's listen to him quickly, and then we will...
On behalf of the speaker, we expect that the petition will be brought to the House floor once the House resumes for deliberation. And finally, to the principal actor himself, we believe that what is happening in front of us, there must be an end to this issue of you do me agree. There must be an end to retaliatory politics. In Ghana today, all of us as political actors have a story to tell. Where do we end the vicious cycle? It is not yielding to the whims of hawks and hardliners in our respective political parties that will make us better political leaders. We believe that the hawks must be pushed back onto the fringes so that the centrists can take the center stage for the good of our country. In today's era of social media, you cannot control what gets onto the streets, and this democracy must be protected and safeguarded. So, my respected brother and friend, this is to you. The language is very respectful and decent, and it expresses our views because we know we are present.
That's Alexander Kwame Apenyomaking, minority leader there yesterday, presenting the petition. Let's quickly listen to the response of the Deputy Chief of Staff, Mr. Stan Dogbe, to that petition. Listen.
On behalf of the Chief of Staff here in the office of the President, and on behalf of the President, I'm delighted to receive the petition from the coalition. It will be duly presented to the Chief of Staff for the attention of the President. Let me say that we are happy that your process started this morning and has ended very peacefully. That in itself is a very strong message about the democracy that President Mahama wants to instill in our dear country. If it were the case like this over the past 8 years, I'm sure that the retaliatory politics that you talk about wouldn't have been the case. You referencing retaliatory politics is an admission that the 8 years of President Akufo-Addo and Mahama Bawumia were not the best for this country. On behalf of
that was Stan Dogbe, Deputy Chief of Staff of the Republic of Ghana, yesterday receiving the petition at the frontage of the Jubilee House. That's the first time in a very, very long time, is it not? Well, now, we do know that there was some altercation that happened yesterday. The police have had cause to invite the minority leader to come and explain his side. I'm told there's a constable in there. But this morning, we're also reading that the minority leader has, in fact, yesterday, he petitioned the Inspector General of Police to say that he wants investigations and disciplinary action against Constable forcing for assault at Parliament House during the Save the Judiciary demonstration. Helen.
No, let's do the buildup. This is
a 3-pager.
This is the release
that the minority leader's office wrote.
Yes.
To explain.
Yes.
That he did not beat the policeman.
Explain the video.
That his head hits the hand, or the hand hits his head. Okay, Helen.
It is in the detail.
Okay, Helen.
Do we read the entirety of this release? It's a fairly lengthy one.
No, let's begin from the 4th paragraph. As I reached.
Okay, we have some excerpts here. Okay.
We have extracts.
Some extracts here. I think it's my name is C.
Don't worry.
Susceptible.
We are not judging you. We're just listening to
you. We listen, we don't judge.
C is not susceptible to your S.
This is what the office of of the minority leader had to say, and this is really the incident at Parliament House during the Save the Judiciary demonstration. He says, as I approached the barricade without any provocation, a uniformed police officer stationed behind the barricade, Constable Forson, a tall, fair, heavily built officer, deliberately struck the left side of my chest with the full force of his right palm directly near my heart.
The heart.
The impact of the hit dazed me, and I was visibly shaken and short of breath. In that moment, I spontaneously protested his conduct, asking him why would he seek to harm me. The inspector who was facilitating my access, along with other officers, quickly intervened and assisted me into the restricted area, where I had to lean against the wall at the entrance of Parliament House to prevent myself from collapsing.
Hey.
Yes, I think there's some more. Let's move on to the next slide. Now, a national service personnel from Parliament, NSS, let me show, whom I know, approached and offered me water. Two CID officers from Parliament also came to check on me and assisted me to a nearby security restroom where I lay down on a bench to stabilize.
Okay. So the minority leader nearly collapsed because of that push to his chest.
A strike.
Near his heart.
Yes.
But did he go to the hospital subsequently?
With a man's heart.
Did he go to the hospital subsequently? No.
I mean, in all the releases and all the
but he went
comments,
to the Jubilee House.
I've not seen that there was need
but
for.
He went to the Jubilee House.
Yes, because
to present the petition.
3 petitions were presented. They went from the court to Parliament. From there, you saw them marching to Jubilee House. So he made that journey.
He stabilized at Parliament, and based on that, after that he could go to the Jubilee House.
Said so in the release, the one we are reading says that he was taken to a rest room.
Yeah, security rest room
where
he stabilized. Yeah, but I'm saying that after he stabilized, he didn't check with them because the hospital is a clinic in Parliament, right?
Yes.
So he could have gone
that
there.
Could have been part of the stabilization. We don't know.
No, he didn't write it.
The word stabilized would mean that somebody took care of him.
No, or someone looked after him. Now you are assuming. So the man has written in full text detailing exactly what happened. All right, and he's a lawyer. I'm not sure that he would redact portions that are necessary.
Critical.
Right? So there's a clinic in Parliament that we all know. Right? If the NSS person offered him water and then while he was leaning on the wall, offered him water, he was taken to the security restroom by 2 CID officers where he lay on the bench and stabilized. When he was stabilized, the first thing should have been to go to the clinic in Parliament. That we don't know, and that we do not want to assume that he did or did not.
Right.
So Kunzo, go back to the previous
but what we know is that he was at the Jubilee House to present the petition to Standobi.
As a leader of the demonstration.
So was he risking his life if he did not go to the clinic in Parliament? And what would that have meant eventually? Because if you read the tone of the letter that he wrote, his response was creating a very serious impression that, look, this man nearly killed me. You have to investigate and deal with him. You get the point. He nearly killed me, so you have to investigate and deal with him. That's one.
Yeah.
So, what did he do in order for him not to die? I'm interested.
Watch his face.
Because we all could be in that situation.
I mean, he says he had to initially rest by the wall because he was dazed, nearly collapsed, he said.
I'm trying to read his
and
own.
And then he went to lay down on a bench after having been given water by an NSS personnel.
Right.
And on other platforms, I've heard from the likes of Richard Ahag, but he said it took about 40 minutes for him to actually regain composure.
Right.
And that delayed the demonstration a little bit
Helen,
because
all
of that.
That is in the write-up.
Yes, it's in the write-up.
So let me take paragraph 4. Okay, 4 is what you have read.
Yes. So
okay.
read 5.
So let's go to paragraph 5. It says that Mr. Richard Ahiagba, Mr. Henry Nana Boache, and the MPP Greater Accra Regional Organizer stayed by my side throughout, providing support and ensuring my well-being. After regaining some composure, I was helped to the washroom to wash my face. And though still unwell, I made a deliberate effort to compose myself, calm myself down, and rejoin the leadership of the delegation to present the petition, determined not to let the incident create a scene or derail the purpose of our peaceful protest.
Okay.
So your question is answered.
So he did not go to the clinic. He washed his face.
Yes.
But in his determination not to
let
the
his
whole thing.
personal incident derail the rest of the process, the peaceful protest. He went on with the 3 people mentioned being his aides and his guides. So following the presentation of the petition, senior police officers and the Deputy Marshal of Parliament attempted to locate the officer involved, but he had mysteriously disappeared from the scene. It is suspected that he may have been discreetly removed to prevent further attention and avoid scrutiny. Had this act of aggression become widely known in that moment, it could have compromised the peaceful character of the entire demonstration. Again, another reason he had to forgo his personal pain and focus on the larger picture. What makes this assault particularly Helen,
Take your time. Take your time.
what makes this assault particularly
Egregious.
particularly
Yes,
Yeah,
but is it
egregious. It's egregious. Parallel.
Our parallelogram.
So say the
Particularly.
Is it particular?
Oh, well
No,
done.
I don't get problem with particularly. I don't know why.
Parallel.
Today,
I beg you. I won't fall for this one.
today your man said particular. It's okay.
But I'm seated next to her.
It's okay. I pick it.
It's an overflow.
I pick it.
Yes,
Okay. So, I lose the thing, self. Particularly. Egregious. Okay. Is that the officer was being openly reprimanded by his superiors and fellow officers at the time who cautioned him against his conduct. Yet he defiantly responded that he didn't care who I was, leader or not, and that he would carry out his work regardless. It was a deliberate, reckless, and targeted attack by an officer who clearly knew my identity and chose to physically assault me in broad daylight.
That would be unfortunate if actually that was what the officer said, because we must respect authority. And a while ago we're just talking about conduct and what duty bearers should accept and not accept.
Yes.
So if indeed Alex went through this, he should pursue it to the latter.
You see, it's a lengthy write-up, and we can't go through all of it. But I had to highlight the particular paragraphs that I read because it would help us put the discussion in context. And the context is that so far, the video that we have seen going around only speaks to one side of the story. And we need to know exactly what happened in the light of the write-up that we have seen, the press release we have seen, and the further petition to the IGP to investigate the conduct of the officer and his conduct. And that petition is also here. So I believe that we should be able to find videos from that angle that also communicates the action of the officer.
Right.
So that it is not like I was seriously advocating this morning, that because this person is a public officer, we are crucifying him, we are not paying attention to his side of the story, because, he's a public officer, he should be able to take it.
Right.
If indeed this did happen, and I keep talking about the caliber of the office holder and the integrity of the office,
Right.
that the minority leader is not expected to come and tell us a story. That there is something backing the story that the minority leader is giving us, so that it then backs the claims for investigation.
Right.
The minority leader must be protected.
I agree with you.
Just like any other citizen must be protected.
I agree with
we
you.
have heard about how policemen have bullied people in the course of demonstrations. We have had this discussion on this same platform. And so it should not be that because this one is a public officer, let us crucify him. No. If there's some merit to this, we have to see it through and ensure that
I agree
the
with
right
you.
thing is done.
I agree with you.
Sunrise on 3FM, the best in the morning.
Boys,